Yo, what's good? Griffin13 here back in the day, and today guys I want to go ahead and talk about the Forza Horizon 4 livestream that went on today following the Inside Xbox episode, because they revealed so much stuff about Forza Horizon 4 that has got me really excited. A whole bunch of gameplay, and if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, the link will be down in the description below to the whole livestream over on Turn 10's YouTube channel. But guys, oh my gosh, so much cool stuff went down. I am so excited, and there are 3 more live streams still to come every single Tuesday for the entire month of July, each one featuring a new season, and this one was featuring the summer season. Next week we are going to be hopping into autumn, and I'm hoping for so much cool stuff. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on into it. So to start things off, the live stream opened up revealing a brand new Rocket Bunny kit coming to Forza Horizon 4. And honestly guys, I am so excited because it was none other than the Nissan GTR R32 Rocket Bunny kit. And honestly, this thing looks so pretty, and I cannot wait to go ahead and get behind the wheel of this thing. This thing looks so amazing. Oh my gosh, it is going to be awesome. As well, they revealed that there are going to be 30 brand new kits at the launch of the game, and it is going to be so awesome. However, though, they didn't necessarily specify if these are all going to be Rocket Bunny kits, as they specifically mentioned as well off-road kits. So, it's not necessarily 30 wide-body kits. Like, you know, we're not going to be seeing a whole bunch of different things. Like, you know, we're not going to be seeing a BMW M3 Rocket Bunny kit necessarily, but who knows, maybe we'll see like a Ford Escort off-road kit or something. I don't know, guys. I'm just speculating here. But, guys, it was so damn awesome. And they also revealed later on in the live stream another wide-body kit. This time, though, it is a Liberty Walk, so you guys already know it was a supercar of some kind. And it was none other than the McLaren 650S. Oh my god, guys, this thing looks so damn sexy. I mean, look at it. Oh, this thing looks so good. I'm so happy. It looks so nice. I like it a lot. I really do. But then they also decided to go ahead and show off the new offset upgrades, which are only going to be available on 150 cars, and they specifically showed it off on a classic BMW M3. So 150 cars, that's about a third of the cars that are going to be available in this game from launch. So that is something to go ahead and keep in mind, and this is going to be an upgrade, not a tuning feature. So you'll have like 3 different settings, and it'll be under your wheel and tire section. So just go ahead and keep that in mind. So as well, another thing that went ahead and talked about was brand new houses coming to Forza Horizon 4. We've talked about this in the past, that there are going to be new houses that you're going to be able to purchase in Forza Horizon 4, and they talked about a couple of the ones that are available. The first one being the Gables. Now, this is going to be a free house that all players get at the start of the game. And if you guys ended up watching the E3 conference, this is the house where basically it was this nice brick-looking house, 2 stories. Honestly, an absolutely gorgeous home. Something that I would love to own in real life. I mean, this thing looks freaking amazing. And this is a free house that all of us are getting. Oh my god, that is so amazing. So amazing. The next house, though, was Sunflower Meadows, which looks to be located in some kind of town. I'm not necessarily sure if this is also in Edinburgh, but it might be. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the UK. I didn't get to look at the map or anything, which they said the map is going to be revealed next week, so you guys might want to go ahead and tune into the live stream then. The next one that they talked about was Huntsman's Lodge, which apparently is deep in the woods and kind of hidden away. So that is going to be something interesting to go ahead and think about. Like, man, it's a hidden house that we're going to be able to, but Huntsman's Lodge, oh, that sounds right up my alley, guys. I love log cabins, and if this is a log cabin, I'm going to be so excited. But then they talked about the granddaddy of them all, and that is Edinburgh Castle. If you guys actually go ahead and get to purchase Edinburgh Castle, they started talking about some sort of bragging rights. I don't know if they're going to be numbered, like who gets there first. That'll be something interesting to see, because they talked about like first person to buy Edinburgh Castle gets bragging rights, and I'm like, okay, like, I mean, how do we know who's the first person to get it? Is just like first person among your friend group? I don't know. But what they did go ahead and clarify is the rewards that you'll actually get when you purchase Edinburgh Castle, because you will also get a crown to wear on your avatar, as well as a Regal Wave emote. Okay, so we're getting some interesting items here, guys. We're getting clothing items and emotes and all that sort of stuff, which got revealed in this trailer. They showed some off, and honestly, they're pretty funny, but I'll talk about those in a little bit. And then finally, though, the last house they talked about, they didn't give a name for this one, but they said that there is a house somewhere in the world that will allow you to fast travel anywhere. So what I was thinking is these houses basically act as like fast travel locations, and you can own all 12 houses, not 10. I thought it was 10 originally, but they said 12 now. So, but apparently one of the houses actually gives you a perk to allow you to fast travel anywhere, which that's honestly pretty cool, and I'm excited about that. Plus, I believe there are some other perks that you're going to be able to go ahead and get, as they were sort of showing one little screen, and I caught a glimpse of it, and it said something about perks. So, I don't really know what all's going on with that. But anyway, though, let's go ahead and move on from here. So like we were just talking about, we were talking about character customization, because in this game, you're going to be able to customize your character pretty in depth. In fact, you're going to be able to change every single article of clothing. Like, you're going to be able to change a watch, gloves, shoes, pants, shirts, jackets, and there's even something called outfits. But the only ones that they showed off at the moment were these like weird chicken outfits. I don't know what was going on with them, but it's kind of funny. And another thing that they showed in this is that there is a rarity system to a lot of things. Kind of like what we had in Forza Motorsport 7, where basically you have common, rare, epic, and legendary. Now, I'm only saying legendary because they didn't necessarily reveal what the final one is, but epic was sort of what they called super rare in Forza Motorsport 7. So just go ahead and bear that in mind. I'm just sort of adding legendary on there because that's what it was in Motorsport 7, but they didn't necessarily clarify what it was exactly. And all the different items of clothing, all the different cars, everything seems to have some kind of rarity associated with it, emotes, all that sort of stuff. So another part of the character customization is you get to go ahead and pick an emote. And they showed off some interesting ones. For example, they had dabbing. You can dab with your avatar. That is pretty hilarious. As well, they have the Carlton dance. And, oh my gosh, they also have floss. They've got a bunch of really cool, like, dance moves that you're going to be able to use. And basically, when you end a race and you win and all that sort of stuff, it's going to show your avatar to everybody else just sort of gloating and all that sort of stuff. I love that. I really, really like that. That is kind of interesting. But another thing I noticed, and I don't know if a lot of other people picked up on this, but there was this weird end scene in the credits where when you were receiving your rewards, there was this weird panda screen. And I was like, what on earth is this? This is absolutely bizarre. I have no idea what this is. And apparently there is a new menu option which is going to be called Creative Hub. So, I don't know exactly everything that's going to happen here, but apparently you can go ahead and upgrade whatever your reward screen is. As they showed like this weird like rainbow panda screen. I don't know what this was all about, but it looked kind of interesting. And maybe in the Creative Hub as well, this is where you're going to be able to do like your liveries and your designs and all that sort of stuff. I'm not entirely sure what all's going on here, but I did notice this and I wanted to go ahead and bring it up. So now let's go ahead and talk about wheel spins, because they did reveal a little bit of information about wheel spins and what is dubbed super wheel spins. So basically what a super wheel spin is you get 3 different wheel spins all at once. This is what I'm gathering from what they mentioned, is you get 3 wheels instead of just 1, and you get all those rewards. But the thing is, though, is you get some interesting things out of wheel spins now, because, you know, back in Horizon 3, you know, we had wheel spins, and basically it was just cars and credits. Well, now what you're going to be able to get from wheel spin is you're going to get cars, credits, clothes, emotes, chat messages, all different kinds of things, and that is absolutely, it's kind of funky. I find it a little bit funky, but we'll see how this works out, because honestly, this is a car game. I'm really into cars, and if I just get like some stupid pair of shoes, I'm gonna be so mad. Unless I can sell those shoes for some money so I can go buy a car. Like, if they're like a cool pair of shoes, maybe I won't be so mad, or if like they're a legendary or something like that. But I kind of hope that the clothing items and the emotes and stuff like that, if you get a duplicate, that you'll be able to sell them, or it'll be set up so that you can't get duplicates. Because I know in Motorsport 7, they had like your badges, and if you got a duplicate badge, oh well, you're screwed. You just lost out on that. Like, I got legendary badges all the time that I already own, and it's like, why? Give me some money or something for these. I don't know, guys. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and talk about the menus in Forza Horizon 4. I know, guys, I'm getting a little bit boring here, but honestly, when you go ahead and start a race up, I kind of like this feature because now you're going to be able to choose between solo, co-op, PvP, and rivals directly from the race menu. Instead of, you know, having to back out and then change into a lobby if you wanted to go ahead and play a co-op match. I mean, honestly, I found that to be so annoying in Forza Horizon 3. I didn't do a whole lot of co-op, I really only did it for Forzathon. So we don't even know, though, if co-op events are going to be part of Forzathon in Horizon 4, since they are changing up Forzathon so much. But, I don't know. I kind of like this idea. If like, co-op events are part of Forzathon, I think that this is a fantastic idea. If they're not, I don't know. I feel like, you know, when you just go into your race setup, like, it should have just been like a race setup and then underneath, like, advanced options or something like that. I don't know. But I liked it. Another thing, though, that was found in the menus that I found really interesting is there was something called Create Your Own Route. Or, like, a route creation menu. I'm not entirely sure if this is it, but honestly, if we get to create our own routes, I'm stoked for that. Like, I mean, we had the bucket list in Forza Horizon 3, but you had to sort of set those up and make it like a challenge for somebody. You couldn't set it up to be a race. This time around, it looks like you can actually go ahead and do like a bucket list blueprint, but make your own race. And honestly, I really like that. It did say in the menu that it was coming soon, so I don't know if it's necessarily going to be available at launch, because this is a developer build. Or maybe they just weren't far enough in the game to go ahead and unlock this, but honestly, that seems pretty damn cool. I'm pretty excited about that. That is something that a lot of people are definitely going to be excited about, because in Forza, we have not been able to make our own routes yet. And honestly, this is something that I think a lot of people are really going to love in Forza Horizon 4. So now let's go ahead and talk about some specific track conditions, because they did go ahead and talk about this. You know, they started talking about drifting a little bit, and that the #1 complaint in Horizon 3 was that there weren't any real proper tarmac switchbacks. And they have said there are going to be proper tarmac switchbacks in Forza Horizon 4. Please be true. Because I remember in Forza Horizon 3, they were all, yeah, drifting is going to be huge in Forza Horizon 3. Honestly, so amazing. Look at these mountains. Honestly, really cool. And then, basically, the best switchback roads that we had were gravel or dirt. And the ones that we did get that were actually good for tarmac, you know, basically, you could just do it and you get to the end and then you had to try and drive your drift car up a hill to get to the start again, or fast travel. And honestly, nobody wants to do that. I really hope that we get some kind of switchback tarmac route that, you know, is actually a loop, that we can actually do some kind of loop with it, because that would be extremely helpful. Now though, let's go ahead and talk about drag strips, because they did mention that there are actually a few drag strips available in this game. So of course, we have the airport drag strip. They didn't necessarily say if this was going to be a drag strip, but it's an airport, it's got a long ass runway. We shouldn't have to worry about the fact that it's a drag strip. And who knows, even if they don't have drag racing available there, we're going to be able to do drag racing on it anyway, just by ourselves. I mean, it won't be too big of a deal. But then as well, they did announce that yes, there is a drag strip at the festival site. However, though, I've heard this from a couple of other sources who have actually got to see little bits of the map, that there is a drag strip at the festival site. I have not seen the map whatsoever, so this is something that we kind of already knew. But there are two other drag strips that got mentioned. One of them is going to be on the beach, and another one is going to be on the ice lake. So it'll be a drag strip that is only available during the winter. How about that, guys? That seems kind of interesting. Honestly, there is so much news going on with this. But let's go ahead and talk about just some other weird, random things they decided to go ahead and talk about. One, they talked about trees. Honestly, guys, I love trees. I love looking at the trees. They had such a huge aesthetic to the game. But apparently what they've done is the leaves are now rendered individually, and the light transitions basically are rendered so it almost looks exactly like, you know, the light is going through the trees, and when the wind blows and stuff like that, you're going to be able to see it in the shadows. That is super freaking cool, guys. I love that. I love that as well. Apparently, they scanned potholes across the United Kingdom to put in Forza Horizon 4. So there are potholes in the game. How about that? That is, yeah, that's kind of interesting. And then somebody also talked about this, you know, is there going to be rain in summer? Yes, there's still going to be rain in summer. So that's something to go ahead and keep in mind. Another thing that they talked about is apparently one of the playground game arenas is going to be at Bamborough Castle. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go to a castle for some playground games. That is awesome. I remember, I think in Forza Horizon 2 there was a set of ruins that we got to go ahead and visit for playground games, but I didn't really play Forza Horizon 2 online a whole lot. That was before I did the whole YouTube deal, and I didn't honestly like Forza Horizon 2 that much. I loved Forza Horizon, I loved Forza Horizon 3. Forza Horizon 2 though, I was like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's interesting. And then another thing though, this is getting super immersive. Sheep will get woollier in the colder weather. So during autumn and winter and spring, the sheep are going to be woollier than they are in summer. And I bet you that they're going to be woollier in winter than they are in autumn and spring. So, I mean, that's just super immersive. Like, holy crap. That is dedication right there. They made sure to get everything right. The sheep have longer coats in the winter than they do in the summer. Like, I would never have thought to actually do that. That is absolutely crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. Honestly, guys, there was so much stuff in here. I can't go over it all. You guys will have to go ahead and check out the trailer below. But I tried to cover as much of it as possible so that you guys can go ahead and get the most amount of information out of it. So, but anyway, though, that is where we're going to go and wrap it up for today. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Garrett413 and Instagram.com/Garrett413. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos come out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Bye.